It's a peaceful Tuesday morning. Margaret, who is 71, fills her coffee cup and steps outside to the mailbox, exactly as she does each day. There's a single envelope waiting. The sender listed is the Social Security Administration. She opens it, and her stomach sinks. The notice tells her she received more than she should have. It says they plan to begin reducing the amount of her monthly payment. Her hands begin to tremble. She did nothing improper. She never requested any additional money. And now the single payment she relies on each and every month is at risk. If you've ever opened a notice like this, or you worry one could arrive soon, please stay with me. Because the choices you make in the coming days matter far more than you might realize. Hello, my friend. I am Edward. I work as a senior policy analyst, and my entire purpose is to take these puzzling, intimidating government rules and translate them into clear, simple words, so you can safeguard what you've spent your whole life earning. Today, I'll guide you through this overpayment notice. I'll explain exactly what it truly means, exactly what the rule states at this moment, and the precise actions you must take to defend your benefits. And please remain with me through to the very end, because there's one quiet error that countless seniors make after this notice arrives. It seems harmless. It feels like the cautious choice, yet it can drain a portion of your payment for months, even years. I'll show you how to steer clear of it. Breathe slowly. You hold real power here. Let's work through this side by side. Let me share Robert's story. Robert is 67. He spent 38 years working as a delivery driver. He's a thorough man. He settles his bills promptly. He stores his receipts in a shoebox. He's the type who reads the directions before plugging anything in. One afternoon, Robert receives a notice from Social Security. It states he was overpaid $4,000 across the past 2 years. It says they'll begin holding back money from his monthly benefit to recover it. Now here's the thing, Robert did nothing improper. The error came from their side, a miscalculation within their own system. So Robert reasons to himself, this is obviously their fault. They'll sort it out. I don't have to reply. So he folds the notice, he places it in the shoebox, and he waits. Time passes. Then one morning, Robert reviews his bank account, and his Social Security deposit is hundreds of dollars smaller than normal. The withholding had begun, on its own, because Robert did the very thing you must never do with this notice. He did nothing. Here's what saddens me. Robert was correct. It was their error. But being correct isn't enough. The rules won't repair themselves. You must speak up. And there was a straightforward form that could have stopped everything if only he had known. Let me show you precisely what Robert should have done. All right, let's ease up and lay out the facts clearly. And I want to be completely honest with you because there's plenty of fear and plenty of poor information circulating. First, what exactly is an overpayment? An overpayment simply means Social Security gave you more than they claim you were meant to receive. Occasionally, it stems from a reporting matter, but quite often, it's their own mistake. Here's what you must grasp. By law, Social Security is obligated to attempt to recover that money, even when the error was theirs. It isn't personal. It's the law. So ignoring it will never cause it to vanish. Second, how much can they recover? This is where the confusion sits. You may have encountered a frightening rumor online. People claim Social Security will take 100% of your payment. Your entire check, gone. I must correct the record because that isn't the present rule. Let me walk you through what genuinely occurred. In March of 2024, they limited the withholding to merely 10% of your monthly payment. Then in March of 2025, they declared they would return to taking 100%. And yes, that sparked alarm, understandably. But then, and this is the part the frightening videos skip, on April 25th, 2025, Social Security stepped back. They reduced it to 50%. So here's the truth as it currently stands. For new overpayments of your retirement, survivor, family, or disability benefits, the default is that they may withhold up to 50% of your monthly payment, not 100%, 50. And there are two additional things you must know. If you collect SSI, Supplemental Security Income, your rate remains at only 10%. And if your overpayment notice arrived before these changes, your earlier rate of 10% generally still holds. So please, if a video claimed they're seizing your entire check, you can relax a little. That isn't the rule today. But, and this counts, 50% of your payment is still a heavy blow, so we still must act. Third, what are your rights? You possess 3 of them. This is the most crucial portion of the whole video. Note these down. 3 forms, 3 rights. Number 1, if you believe you were not overpaid or the figure is incorrect, you submit Form SSA 561. This is named a request for reconsideration. It's your appeal. You're informing them, I believe you made an error, please review it again. Number 2, this one carries weight. If the overpayment wasn't your fault and repaying it would create hardship for you, you submit Form SSA 632. This is a request for a waiver. If it's granted, you might not need to repay any of it. And here's a tip many folks aren't aware of. If the figure is $1,000 or less, and you don't believe it was your fault, you can often seek that waiver through a simple phone call to 1-800-772-1213. Number 3, perhaps you accept that you were overpaid, but you simply cannot manage losing 50% of your payment. Then you submit Form SSA 634, a request to change the recovery rate. You're saying, please collect a smaller amount each month, something I can genuinely live with. 3 forms, 561, 632, 634. Hold on to those numbers. Fourth, and this is the hidden advantage, the deadline. Here's the most valuable sentence in this entire video. If you submit an appeal or a waiver promptly, within 30 days of receiving the notice, Social Security will not begin taking your money while they examine your case. Let me repeat it because it's that essential. They pause the withholding while your case is under review. Your payment stays whole. That is your shield, but only if you act in time. You generally have 60 days to formally lodge your appeal, and under the present policy, there's roughly a 90-day window before withholding starts. But please don't linger until the final day. The earlier you respond, the earlier your protection takes hold. So let's keep this straightforward. If you receive one of these notices, or to shield yourself before you ever do, here are the 3 steps I'd like you to take. Step 1. Read the notice and record the date. Today. The day that notice shows up, the clock begins. Note the date on the envelope. Do not tuck it in a shoebox the way Robert did. This is the single greatest error, treating it like junk mail. Don't disregard it. Don't delay. Open it, read it, and record the date. Step 2. Pick your form and submit it quickly. Ask yourself one question. Do I believe they're mistaken, or do I simply need a fair repayment arrangement? If you think they erred, submit the appeal, Form 561. If it wasn't your fault and you can't afford it, submit the waiver, Form 632. If you just need a smaller monthly figure, submit Form 634. And do it within 30 days to pause the withholding. You can locate every one of these forms on the official website ssa-.gov or phone them directly at 1-800-772-1213, and please only ever rely on the genuine official .gov website. Never trust a link from a text message or a stray email pretending to be Social Security. Step 3. Keep copies of everything. Make a copy of the notice. Make a copy of every form you mail. Note down who you spoke with and when. If a dispute ever surfaces later, your records are your protection. That's all. Read it. Respond quickly. Preserve your records. Do those 3 things, and you place the power back into your own hands. Now, before you leave, let me share one final thing, and I mean this sincerely. These rules shift quickly. They shifted 3 times in only 2 years, and here's the difficult truth. YouTube doesn't always surface my videos in time. The notification bell doesn't always sound when it counts most. I would hate for an important update to reach you a week too late. So here's what I'd like you to do. Look in the description beneath this video. There's a link to join our free Global Senior Alerts community. Once you join, you'll be able to download our free Senior Benefits Protection Guide. It spells out these forms, these deadlines, and your rights in plain language you can keep beside your phone. And equally important, you'll receive timely alerts. The moment a rule shifts regarding Social Security, pensions, bank regulations, insurance, or even travel rules for seniors, you'll learn about it right away, not a week late. You labored your whole life for these benefits. You earned every dollar. You deserve to retain what's yours, and you deserve to never feel helpless before a government notice again. Don't follow Robert's path. Don't bury it in the shoebox. Take action, stay informed, and stay protected. I'm Edward. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. Look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.